Everyone understands the need for change in the abstract. But on a day-to-day level, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic, and will lead to revolt. If you are new to a position of power, or an outsider, trying to build a power base, then make a show of respecting the old way of doing things. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. Recognize this duality of human nature. We all understand the need for change. We know how important it is for society and individuals to be occasionally renewed. But at the same time, we become irritated and upset by changes that affect us personally. The world is full of insecurity and threat. We latch on to familiar faces, create habits and rituals to make the world more comfortable. Most people do not enjoy change. We know change is necessary, but we cling to the past. Just as you cannot make people see the world your way, you cannot wrench them into the future with painful changes. They will rebel. Never underestimate the hidden conservatism of those around you. Preach change as much as you like, and even enact your reforms, but wrap them up in the comforting appearance of older events and traditions. If reform is necessary, anticipate the reaction against it, and find ways to disguise the change and sweeten the poison. The past is powerful. What has happened before seems greater. History and habit give any act authority. Use this to your advantage. When you destroy the familiar, you create a vacuum. People fear the chaos that will flood in to fill it. You must avoid stirring up such fears at all costs. Borrow the authority of the past, however remote, to create a familiar and comforting presence. This will give your actions idyllic associations, add to your presence, and cloak the nature of the changes you are attempting. Disguise change by making connections to the past. A simple gesture, like using an old title, keeping the same number for a group, or using the core of an old tradition or ritual. These will all tie you to the past, and support you with the authority of history. Another strategy to disguise change is to make a loud and public display of support for the values of the past. Pay lip service to tradition, make a show of conformity, and meanwhile, let your theories do their radical work. With these strategies it is possible to enact radical change, while appearing to safeguard tradition. Since the habits and traditions of the past have an innate hold on all humans, use it to your advantage. Play with appearances, and respect past protocol. No matter what your creation, use the past to give it a solid base, and more power. Powerful people pay attention to the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times. They first determine if their reform could be too far ahead of its time. If you make a bold change from the past, you must avoid at all cost the appearance of a vacuum. A vacuum creates terror among the masses. So create new traditions and rituals to go along with the new order. If you are working in a tumultuous time, there is power to be gained by preaching a return to the past, to comfort and tradition. If, however, you are working in a stagnant period, then preach reform. But be careful what you stir up in the process. Those who finish a revolution are rarely those who start it. And if the recent past has been harsh and painful, use common sense, and don't associate yourself with it.